The Disventure Dispatch is back. This time with notably less Don because we lost him to bits and bobs. But we still have me, we have Jpeg, and we have our guest co-host here today, uh, who you guys know as a pretty what do people know you as?
I don't know.
A storyboarder. Well, it's Jet. Hello, Jet.
Woo!
I don't even storyboard. I'm just an art guy.
You're an artist. He's an artist, guys. He's an artist.
I'm like a fan of the podcast, so you could say it's like very thematic. It's like a fans and favorites.
Oh,
Yeah,
he is. That is what?
you've ascended
Wait,
to an actual
that was actually
person.
good.
Woo! Very nice,
He's
very
a
nice.
How very
fan of
planned
our
out
favorite.
and totally not like improvised.
Yeah,
It was planned from the beginning. We did send you a lot of emails for you to get here. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
yeah. So, episode 1 of Disventure Camp came back. Sorry that we abandoned the season 2 dispatch, but like, I don't know, it was good, but like, we knew the plot, right? It's like nothing to really talk about, I don't think.
Did James win?
Yeah, James won.
My
Okay,
winner
cool.
prediction was right. I just want to point that out. I want to say I did not know, and I think that I guessed it really well.
So we're back in the big year 2026. What are your thoughts on episode 1 of Disventure Camp season 5, fans versus favorites? Um, I'm gonna read Dawn's actually first, just so we have a baseline. Dawn said, all in all, this is a 4. Makes me feel hollow. Fave's team does nothing and wins. Nothing in this episode, really. Yeah, that's Dawn's words.
Those are Don's exact words. We are not paraphrasing.
Yeah.
That is his exact words.
This episode felt like a
Uh,
nothing burger, quote Dawn Smith.
mhm. For my opinion on it, uh, overall, I will say I did like the episode. As a blanket statement, I think I can say I did like it. As a premiere episode, I think it failed as a premiered episode.
Okay, anyway, I think this episode, more than anything, really made it clear why episode 1 of DC All-Stars was important, so that you have, like, a palate cleanser to, like, sit in the world, because everyone just kind of, like, comes back, and they don't really acknowledge it. They don't really acknowledge, like, hey, we're back. What have we been doing for the last few years, right? It's so jarring to me. And I don't know, like I really didn't like that. I feel like for your premiere, you have to make it easy for the more casual fans, not fans and the people in the show, the casual audience, to ease yourself into the season. What if this is someone's first season? They're gonna be so confused. And for the most part, they don't even say the names of like half the cast, right? Like half the fans, their names are not said. Don
No,
actually
yeah.
pointed that out, and it's so weird that it's like if I was a first timer, I would be really like, what is this? Like, I wouldn't hate it, but I would just be really lost.
It'd just be like it's like who is old beard guy. No one says his name, so he's just old beard guy.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they're relying on people to watch all the bonus content that they release beforehand. And I guess, there's people who are going to stumble upon the episode on its own without actually watching that. So they're not going to have that to actually form opinions off of. They're just going to have this initial first episode. And I do feel like if you just have this first episode, you're not going to get hooked enough. You're not going to get hooked enough to actually actually care about a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
No, to that. Uh, it felt weird. I think what like made me most like confused. I don't think the decision to jump straight into game talk after I think like the first 3 minutes were, oh, here are new. It felt very rushed. It did feel rushed to me. And granted, I did feel like that was going to happen because of the cast of 24 people trying to squeeze screen time for everybody within an episode. But it pretty much felt like they were trying to get through introductions really quickly so that they had time to squeeze in an elimination challenge, which I don't think they really needed to do.
Yeah, I wish this was more of a setup episode, a slower setup episode, I guess. Like, when Alec and Fiore's first conversation was them talking about, like, oh, we're at the bottom, we need to find the idol, I was, like, rolling my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not why people like Alec and Fiore, I was
Yeah, I did not. It's just very weird. You don't see, and granted it's a cartoon, so I can't compare it exactly to like actual reality television. But can you imagine like actual Survivor if they just went straight into an immunity challenge after like we see like for like, just a clip show of the new contestants with a few of them chiming up? It would feel very weird. You wouldn't be able to get used to them.
yeah, yeah.
There kind of has to have that buffer period to be able to actually get to know the characters, see them interacting before an immunity challenge, because then they get their initial thoughts of each other without any actual outside influence.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It felt very much like, oh, let's just rush the beginning because like, we don't really want to have a more structured beginning, right?
I mean, it's like they got an elimination challenge to start up. If they took more time at the start to just introduce everyone and have everyone's what their deal is, maybe it could have worked because like the challenge itself isn't that interesting enough to warrant that much screen time from the start. It's just capture the flag. But like I'm thinking like from the perspective of like these fans, they don't know who anyone else is. The favorites know who everyone is, so by default they kind of have an advantage. So it kind of like felt it was biased towards the favorites from a challenge point of view,
Yeah.
because they had to like figure out who's good at what, who is everyone's, what's their deal is, and then figure out a strategy to counteract it. And
Yeah.
that kind of just like if I was a favorite, not favorite, if I was a fan and I was in that position, I would just be like, this is bullshit. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, like I look back at All Stars, DC4, and especially Tom Jake, and it feels grounded. Like the characters, they're cartoon characters, but they don't feel like caricatures. It feels like an actual world, and I feel like the fans here feel like total drama cartoon characters. And that's not like I'm not saying
I
that as an insult to total drama. I just that's just what it is, right?
No, it's not a bad. Well, I was gonna say it's not a bad thing. Maybe that's a lie. Not in terms of total drama is bad. I think total drama is good. I just think it's very different and feels not whiplashy, but just feels a little like uncanny to have these like total drama-esque, wacky, zany characters in Disventure Camp when all their other content is fairly grounded. And Disventure Camp has its goofy moments and all that, but never like Aubrey, who is only who every line she says has to do with Zodiac, or a character like Ren. It feels weird, and I think maybe like I'm getting a little put off by it a little bit just because when the DC stuff does start coming in, aka when they start getting more grounded and start putting in like the characters having like baggage and trauma that they need to deal with, it's going to feel like heavy whiplash. Uh, at least from how I am viewing it, because I can't imagine a character like Ren or a character like freaking like Ara, at least with how she's been presented, or like, a lot of these characters, I can't imagine them actually having serious issues for me to care about, and then going straight back into hunky dory, goofy, silly. Like I can't imagine how that's going to work from a viewing experience, at least for my point of view.
No, I definitely agree with you. The contrast is gonna feel so weird. And like, as much as I have problems with DC4, I do think that DC4 was like a little more successful with that. Like, yeah, it was still goofy, but it wasn't this level of goofy. Like, God. Oh man. I don't know. It's gonna be strange.
I think that they struggle with finding a balance. And I like the characters. I want to know. My favorite part of this episode was the fans by a long shot. I enjoyed almost every fan. Almost. Like 11 out of 12 fans I enjoyed. I
11 out of 2,
enjoyed
let
the
me,
way they
is
were.
the
Who's
one
the
Evie?
12?
Is it Evie?
No, I liked Evie. I
Oh,
did like Evie. I liked Evie.
who's
You
the
want
one
to
that
make
you don't
another
like?
guess? Jet,
Aubrey?
you want to guess?
Is it
Jet-
No, I
Sam?
liked Aubrey. Sam, is that what you guessed?
Yeah, just guess
No,
Sam.
I liked Sam. I like Sam. The you wanna keep naming names, or you want me to say it?
Is it Bruno?
Is it Ren?
No, no, I liked
What?
both of them.
What?
Give me going, give me going. Come on, get it, you got me there.
Oh man, I don't know.
Well, I can't remember these names. It's almost like they could have just put the names in the show or something.
Is it?
Imaru in the chat asks, "Is it Finn?" No, I really like Finn.
I don't like that his name is Finn.
Is it
No,
Ara?
no,
No, I like.
I don't like that his name is Finn because it takes away from Finn from Reality Resort.
Is it Ara? No, I liked Ara.
Is it Nuria?
It's Nura. It's Nura. I don't like. I did not enjoy Nura's character, and I like a good I like a good monotone type character. I just feel like her usage felt more annoying than it felt actually like because the one note character is usually supposed to be, at least to me, kind of the straight man in the situation. Like they're very one note, but what they're saying is like the normal thoughts. Nura kind of just feels like a nuisance, in my opinion. I feel like she butted in a lot of scenes where she wasn't needed, where her only contribution was kind of just being a hater.
It's not a phase,
And
Mom.
it's not it just feels like a very like I don't know. I could not stand her. And maybe that's supposed to be uh what her like character is supposed to make me feel. Like maybe I'm supposed to be sitting here being like I don't fucking like Nura. But I also feel like the fact that I'm leaving the episode being like I like Finn and Ara more than I like Nura shouldn't be my feeling, considering that they were a lot more antagonistic towards people who didn't deserve it. And I'm still leaving it being like, you know what, Finn was actually a really good character and I liked him and I want to see more of him. I don't know. Nura just didn't hit it for me personally. I did not like Nura scenes.
No, it just kind of made me think, why did you sign up for the show? Because like at least like Evie, it's like maybe she signed up for like the wrong show or something. But it's like it's clear that like Noah just doesn't want to be here. So like why is Noah here?
She's also 28, apparently. I'm looking at the wiki. Like, what the heck? I thought she was like a teenager.
Literally literally grow up. Like literally grow up.
My goodness. DC would
Maybe
never make
maybe that'll
their
be explained
Yuri
later.
ship
I don't
have
know.
unlikable qualities. I don't know. I feel like, she's probably gonna be in one of the LGBT ships, right? But like, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I could see a storyline they're clearly doing something with Dunya uh based off like the episode, like based off the episode and based off the intro. Which also, let's talk about the intro. How vibe? Quick segue. Thoughts on the intro?
I I at first I liked the music, and then I heard like a fan made version. And I'm like, never mind. I don't like the music anymore. The fan made one is so much better.
No, the remastered one. Let me see. Let me give credit where credit's due. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, there was a
Where's
fan made version that was really like, I don't know, like jazzy. I guess it was really nice to the ears.
the oh my God, I forgot I can't just put DC5 on. I forgot this community's niche. I tried putting DC5 in YouTube and I was like, why didn't it pop up? Because it's not. All right. The Disventure Camp 5 remastered theme song by Kokodama. Y'all, you ate that up, Kokodama.
That was
You
really
ate
good.
that up good. I think that the original intro it's fine. I'm always a fan of them taking the melody, switching up the instruments so it fits the theme of the season.
Yeah.
I just feel like it definitely felt a little too mellow for me for the intro. It was just kind of mid for me.
Yeah, it was a little underwhelming. Like I liked the Carnival like remix, I guess, in season 4, but like this one was like, I don't know. Like I know it feels like tribal, I guess, but it didn't feel nearly as much
It's
as it
trying to
could.
feel tropical,
Yeah,
but like
tropical.
it feels a very lower and lower energy, which doesn't exactly match up with the what's happening on the screen. So it feels like something you hear like at like a spa or resort, and it's like they're like just like
Yeah.
talking, arguing, doing all sorts of stuff,
Yeah.
and
No, it was just kind of there. Visual wise, also, I was not a fan, and this is gonna be a trend for a few of the episodes that I'm gonna say. I was not a fan of the fans being separated from the favorites interaction wise.
Yeah.
Uh, for a fans versus favorite season, the appeal of it, I feel, is supposed to be these fans who have watched this show interacting with the favorites. And so them being on separate teams and their only interaction with each other going to be like during challenges, I'm a little disappointed about. And I'm sure it's not gonna last forever. My prediction on it is that we're going to have 6 eliminations, and then at top 18, we're gonna have a Survivor style drop your buffs
Yeah.
moment where everyone's gonna swap teams, and then there's going to be a new team formed. So then there's gonna be 3 teams of 6, and then those are gonna be mixed tribes. That's what my prediction is for when they mix it. But 6 episodes where the characters are not on the same team and actual strategy with working with favorites and fans uh is not going to happen for a while, I feel. And and the fact that we have to wait 6 weeks, I get, or
12
12 weeks
weeks.
if you don't have 12 weeks if you don't have the patron. The fact that we have to rate 12 weeks to get to that predicted point kind of worries me. It feels like it's going to be a very long wait for uh what personally I came for, which was new characters interacting with old characters.
Yeah.
they only teased one interaction, and it's like Finn and Tom, which I don't like.
Which yeah, that was in the trailer, and I really did not like that. I was like, oh my gosh, we're doing the
Which
And it's
I
the
don't
only
yeah we
think
one.
bait so
it's
early.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to amount to anything. I think that it's Finn having a crush at most, and I really hope they don't drag it on longer than it is. Cause no shade, I low key did not mind the scene personally. I think that it was just uh Finn, who is seen to be pretty immature and kind of likes being the center of attention, uh having a moment where he's like, this guy's hot and I am gay, uh and just having like a moment like that. I thought the leg kick that he had with Tom left was like a little goofy. And so if it's just a bit, I think it's fine. I can see it maybe down the line them doing like maybe an occasional callback. At least I hope. I would hope that this does not become an actual plot point. You never know with DC. You never know.
I really hope
You
not,
never
because
know.
he's like the only Australian rep aside from like Anastasia. So I'm like, please don't ruin
Oh
this
yeah, how
chance,
do you
Finn.
Okay,
feel? This is you.
as
He's
someone who
representing
is
you.
Australian, like, what did you think of the accent? Because to me, the accent was a little off. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Accent's off, but like that's just expected unless you like get like an actual Australian. The thing that really kind of like put me off a little bit was like Finn saying that Tom was his hole pass, which is strange because
What does that
here in
mean?
Australia schools we don't have hole passes because we don't have holes. So I don't know where he got that term from. He's been watching too much TikTok. That's probably why.
I feel like Hall Pass, that's just like a 90s thing. It's like, oh my gosh, the millennial writing. This is an 18-year-old. Like, if Finn is
Well,
18, it's
I've
like,
seen.
do
I
Hall Passes
don't.
exist?
Yeah, I don't. I've heard it still. I've heard it. Maybe not from like someone who's like Gen Z, but I know I've seen stuff of like people being like, I'm in a relationship, but if I ever met this famous celebrity and the chance ever happened, yes, I'd take it. Like that's kind of the vibe. I don't know if Finn would do that, but
Maybe
also
he
Finn
would
is
have
a
heard it.
theater kid, so
Oh gosh.
Maybe he would have heard it from a movie because he's like a theater kid or something.
Maybe.
Maybe he heard from like an old movie. But it's like,
yeah.
how do you know that term? How like
Yeah, it's like, I can't imagine a kid born in 2007 knowing what that is, you know? It's
in
like,
Australia, no
No.
less.
yeah, that's right.
In Australia, they famously don't have halls in Australia.
I mean, they might have halls, but you don't have like hall passes because it's not like one. Most schools aren't like one big building. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a collection of like little buildings.
Right, that's my quota for the day of JPEG bitches about the millennialisms. I need to do that once
Every
per
episode,
episode. I need to do that once per episode.
guys, start the count. Start the count.
I was about to say, it's
Yeah.
like, is there any millennialisms in this episode? And apparently there is.
No, there wasn't really any like pop culture references, which I was happy with. I was like, yes. Unless I'm forgetting. Was there a pop culture reference? I don't think so.
I'm trying to remember.
Okay, no, there was one big one. There's one big one. It's Evie's entire character. It's just the White Lotus.
There was reference to Call of Duty with Benji and Ali.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
They're like gamers,
Yeah.
so like they can do gamer references.
I don't like how direct of a reference Evie is to Jennifer Coolidge and the White Lotus. I find it so like you just like that character, you just put it in your work. It's like I don't know. It's the exact same character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my issue is with, and this is no hate to the voice actor of Evie, because I'm sure I'm gonna get used to the voice, but I feel like the voice direction for Evie was probably something along the lines of do something similar or adjacent to a Jennifer Coolidge voice without doing Jennifer Coolidge exactly. And I think the issue with that is that when you have, because Jennifer Coolidge has such a distinct voice, when you are doing a close, approximate voice to the actual voice, it doesn't sound like its own thing. It just sounds like a worst version of the actual voice. So I'm not sitting here being like, oh, Evie's voice is unique or whatever. I'm sitting here being like, Evie's is doing a really bad impression of Jennifer Coolidge. It's kind of like the same vein if like someone were to do Kermit and like got so close but just didn't hit it. It'd be like you sound like a fool because you are trying to sound like Kermit and you don't sound like Kermit. You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting with Evie's voice direction.
Yeah, no, it's
It was the same vibe I got with like Sam, because like I don't know why. I just feel like Sam is like inspired from like someone from Survivor. I don't know who, but like he feels like he's based on someone from Survivor.
as someone who watches Survivor, I don't know who that could be actually. That's a really good thing. Who could that be?
Because like I don't really watch a lot of Survivor. I only watch like some Survivor, but like he just feels like like someone from Survivor, and like the way he like looks and presents and talks, and like he has like this like he's gonna be like this grand strategy of whatnot. It feels very Survivory.
I'm like 99% sure. Now that we know that Sam is a bit more mischievous than like we'd think, I'm like 100% sure that he's gonna be with Spencer.
Oh God.
Like people were like
They had
arguing
a
about like
moment-
Spencer getting a relationship, and I was like, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Come on.
They're gonna do something. They also didn't, as far as I remember, DC4 was very long. They didn't touch upon Spencer's like relationship at all in the sense of like actually telling us what happened in it and why he like didn't feel ready for a relationship with Diego or felt off about Logan or we never actually got any closure with that. And so I wonder if they're gonna drag that into here, if anything. But I agree. I do think that Spencer is most likely going to get into some type of relationship.
Yeah.
I hope they don't with Spencer, because it seems like Spencer clearly doesn't need one, much less on a reality TV show. But like I don't think ONC could like help themselves.
Yeah, no, they showed so much restraint with DC4, and I was proud of them. I was like, wow. And then DC5, I'm like, okay, he's gonna end up with someone.
They need something to put in the thumbnails.
Gosh, yeah, especially with Tom/Aiden being an early boot, most likely. Like, at first I was convinced it was Alec or Ali, but now I'm like, it's gotta be Tom or Aiden, the first boot on the favorites, right?
I mean, like game wise, it genuinely happened because fucking Aiden had a whole moment where he was like, "Damn, all the Cyan teams here, y'all dang!
Yeah,
Dang, let's all group together and be Cyan again. Everyone hear me? Like it's like okay, we should definitely vote you. The fuck? No, we're gonna vote you out. You're announcing that You're cool with 5 people here? No, what's wrong with you?
It's giving the Girls Alliance and All Stars with the on science team.
Yeah,
That's what it's
hey,
giving.
we're all girls. Let's be an alliance. You know
I have
what?
no idea how like Aiden, despite being on the show for like his third time, doesn't know how to play the game.
No, he's a fool. No
Gosh.
shade
It's
to
like,
Gosh.
I'm
Aiden.
here to win. Are you though? Doesn't sound like you're here to win. It sounds like you're here to have a fun summer camp.
Yeah.
I don't think Aiden or Allie are gonna make a finale again. I really don't.
No,
I'm
there's no
waiting. I'm
chance.
just
There's no
counting
chance
down
they
the
make
days.
merge. There's no chance they make merge. Maybe Aiden is a slight. Okay, if Tom is an early boot, then maybe Aiden goes a little farther. But like, there's no chance they make merge, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. No.
Um,
Fiora is the only person here I could literally see maybe make a finale again, but even her, I'm like, I don't think she's gonna hit that mark.
I feel like if they keep the lightheartedness, I can see Fiora because Fiora is such a weird character because she's such a like caricature. Like even in the more grounded seasons, um, like I don't know if they keep the more lighthearted tone, I can see Fiora making it far. But I feel like if it gets super trauma dumpy, they would want to get rid of Fiore as early as possible to make it more grounded.
Yeah.
Maybe if she makes merge, she might be able to like make the fans feel bad for her. But other than that,
Yeah.
But
Speak.
the fans know her like thing though. That's the whole thing. Which also I'm gonna say the quick small rant, and this is not actually serious. I don't actually care. In their intro videos, Emily kept saying, some know the game, the others lived it. Who has a better chance to win? It's the people who lived it. It's the people who lived it. Watching and playing are very different things, and the people who lived the game also get experience from them living the game. Realistically, in a real life reality show, if they were like, I wonder who has a better chance at winning. It's the people who played before.
Yeah.
It's the people who played before. They have everything that they have that the fans have plus more.
For context, in every like half season where it's half newcomers, half returnees, in the actual show Survivor, the returnees always do like significantly better. Like they actually like, dominate the game compared to the newcomers. That's why they don't do half seasons anymore because it's not fun. Because
it's what I meant with
No.
like the first elimination episode. Like the, it was biased towards the phase because it's both a challenge they've already done before and they already know everyone else, so that's the advantage they have. So they were going to win anyways.
yeah, like gosh. Speaking of like Fiore, I really have such mixed feelings about Alec and Fiore's interactions here because I feel like it doesn't have the charm that it used to. You know what I mean? Like the father-daughter dynamic, the fact that they're such a weird group, like pairing, right? It's like here, it's just they immediately get into strategy, and I'm like, okay,
I don't get. I'll be honest. I do not get why they are pushing the father-daughter dynamic so hard, especially when at the same time they're pushing that Alec is a terrible father. I don't understand the idea behind being like, oh my god, look at Alec being a great father figure to Fiore, while at the same time being like, by the way, he lost custody of his kid and has not seen his kid in years. Because, in DC4, he literally admitted that he let his kid fucking cry with broken glass in him while he read this big ass Charles Dickens book. like, it's like I don't see how we can have both things happen at the same time, and make me feel like, oh my god, this is such a good thing that Fiore has Alec in her life. No, she should definitely be wary of that. Realistically, if I was watching, I'd be like, this feels weird to do. I don't like the whole. I don't like their dynamic being father daughtery. Like I
I
don't.
mean, me
I
neither.
also don't think. I also don't think Fiore is really getting anything out of Alec. If I'm being like, I don't. Maybe I'm just misremembering All Stars a little
I
bit.
much prefer if like the dynamic is more partners in crime rather than father daughter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Being honest.
I wish it was less strategy and more like fun. Because like in DC1, it was a balance, and I like that. But now it's like I don't know. All they talked about is strategy, and I'm like, ugh, this is not why we like them. This is not why the
No.
fans like this pairing.
They're not even good at
That's.
strategy enough to warn it anyways. It's
I
like
think
we need an advantage though. It's like, wow, no really?
Yeah.
no. See, I did not like that game. So this is my thing with the episode. I really and we said I really don't like that they went straight into game talk.
Yeah.
I don't like that it was I don't like that it was no downtime. I don't like that, especially the fans. I don't like that they didn't get to have a first impressions of each other before the challenge, and that it was essentially just all, hey, we're all in this challenge situation now, and so now we're all gonna be separated into these little random scenes with each other, so we all get screen time, and then I really think because they have, and my math could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. They have 24 characters. They're doing 26 episodes, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
And
26.
so they have probably like 3 episode leeway. At least I thought, maybe 3 to 4, depending on how they do eliminations. I really feel like 3 to 4 episode leeway for stuff that for like non-elimination episodes. I really feel like this episode should have been a non-elimination episode, especially the fact that they're using a challenge from season 1 that was a non-elimination episode.
Oh yeah.
This original challenge did not result in anyone going home. I feel like that one would have been a better callback, since that would have been the same thing, like, oh, no one's going home, this is a reward challenge for the cabin. And then instead of having an elimination, the remaining time in the episode would have been used to like push in more actual like cross dynamics between fans and dynamics between more of the returnees, rather than having Aubrey have this like out of nowhere, we need to vote out Sam because he's a Scorpio, he can't be trusted. She still could have done that episode too. Like, she could have like gotten a bad feeling about Sam. This episode, it be played off as like, oh, Aubrey doesn't know what she's talking about. Play off Sam being kind of genuine, and then episode 2 have her be eliminated, and then have Sam's whole, oh, I don't know what made Aubrey hate me so much, but they should have believed you. You know, it still would have worked while still also giving more time to flesh out more dynamics for the fans, and especially for the favorites. That's what my opinion on it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more worse to the fact that they eliminated a fan before a favorite first. Because if it was a favorite that was getting eliminated episode 1, it probably would have been less egregious.
Yeah. Rescue
I know
Island,
they
though.
decided to eliminate a new character.
I have mixed feelings about Rescue Island, because it's like there's gonna be a returnee alongside this massive fucking cast. It's like, why? It's like, God, why are we
It
doing
has
that?
to be just one. It has to be just one. I
Yeah.
don't see a world where they do 2 this time around.
25
But I don't
eliminations?
know why they're doing a returnee. There has to be like a few like double eliminations.
Yeah, or even a
down
triple
the
one.
line.
And it's not going to be like Aubrey. I'm sorry to like the 12 Aubrey friends. It's not going to be a.
Just sorry, y'all. Love y'all. No, I don't think Aubrey's coming back. I also don't. I love Aubrey as a character. Like, if she was in total drama, I think I'd be like, love Aubrey. Yes. As a DC character, she falls flat for me. I don't see. Like, unlike other first boots, Will, Oliver,
James
and
Alessio.
then James Alessio. Oh my god, wait, Aubrey's the first woman to get booted first. Okay, way to ruin their fucking streak, Aubrey. Thanks a lot, whatever.
It could have been Sam.
But it could have been Sam. But unlike them, they felt more rounded, more depth. Aubrey did kind of just feel the whole episode as if like her sole purpose is to be cannon fodder.
Yeah. Gosh.
I was hoping maybe like she would have like more of a dynamic with like Dunia, with like the astrology and the witch kind of thing. That would have made sense, but.
Well,
Well.
I think they should have stretched out. I really don't think this first episode should have been an elimination. I think that they could have done this challenge, have the reward, stretch out Olivia's and Aubrey's relationship more, stretch out Aubrey having a suspicion on Sam, stretch out all these dynamics and then have this same elimination happen the next episode, and literally all that would have changed was giving us more time to feel like these characters have a little bit more depth to them. Because if we had more time with Aubrey and Olivia's friendship, I feel like I'd care about it a little bit more, you know? Even like a second episode with it, I'd be like, oh my god, I hate that Olivia and Aubrey is such a dynamic duo. No, we got like a taste of it and then it went away and it's like, okay, great. I'm glad that was filler.
Yeah, like, gosh. Episode 1 premiere.
It didn't feel like a premiere. It did
Yeah,
not.
no. I
Just felt like a regular DC episode.
I have mixed feelings about the journey thing because that's such a Survivor like thing, right? It's so like borrowed from Survivor. But at the same time, it's giving people an excuse for the fans and the favorites to interact at least once per episode. So I'm like, maybe it does more, help than harm. I don't know. What do you guys think about the
Yeah,
journey?
I'm assuming that it's going to be used for it's going to be used for fans' favorite interactions, because I'm assuming when making these teams, they realized, oh shit, the fans and favorites aren't interacting in our fans and favorite season. uh, so I'm assuming that's why the journey is there, and also probably for plot armor times when they need it. You know, how convenient that Alec and Fiore needed an advantage, and Alec gets to go on the journey, and all he has to do is pull on a piece of paper and get covered in red paint, and he's suddenly in a better position.
Oh no.
But I think the journeys, I guess it'll depend on how this works for me. I'm not a fan. I was not a fan of this journey with Alec. I also don't know why Alec was the one that was chosen by the fans. I was kind of hoping that that would have been explained, but I guess it's not. I guess Survivor doesn't really ever explain that, but with Survivor you have more like confessionals from them before they pick people, all that kind of vibe. And so whenever they pick someone, it's like, yeah, that makes sense as to why they picked them. Here it was just it felt random that they would choose Alec to go on a journey when them as fans should know the kind of player that Alec is. So I don't. Some of them have even voiced negative thoughts about Alec. Aubrey said that she doesn't like Alec. Sam showed that he didn't like Alec when he shot him. Bruno in his intro said that he didn't like the Rias or Alex of the world. So why did you guys send Alec on a journey where you guys should most definitely know that he's most likely going to come back with a chance of like getting an advantage in the game?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, for all they know, it could have been like a hotspot elimination kind of thing.
They have to know it's like an advantage thing, right? They gotta know. They've done several seasons
They're
this now.
they're super fans. There's no way that they don't understand.
I mean, I'm gonna call it right now. What's gonna happen? The pairs are gonna be journeyed are gonna be like Aiden and Bruno, Ara and Anastasia,
Tom and Finn.
and Finn and Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. At least one of those is gonna
Mark my
happen,
words.
definitely. Like,
I also was just not a fan of the was it? I was not a fan of the quote unquote challenge they had to do for disadvantage. Not even just because of like the humor thing of like, I'll let you do it if you show me where the washing machine. Like I don't care about EVs doing that, but the actual challenge of what it was taken from Survivor, and it was Sue, where she got an advantage that was fairly easy, and then red paint got covered everywhere. But in actual Survivor, that was a lot more thrilling because it wasn't just getting covered in paint. It was, oh, there's so much evidence here that I have to cover on my campsite so people don't realize that someone has an advantage or I got an advantage. I'm also now covered in red paint and I got to wash that off. Like, there was more to it. For Alec, it literally was just gets covered in red paint, and then he like just said like, Evie covered me in red paint and then ran away with the advantage. And then they were like, oh, wow, Alec.
the fact
And
they
then
believe
it
him,
was
it's
over.
like, what? Why'd they believe him?
That's the other thing. Y'all are doing this whole shit about like we can't trust Alec. Y'all were giving him mad shit all episode, and then believe him without like a second thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
go-
but you see, they made like a snarky comment towards him, so obviously they still resent him.
I, I felt so bad for Alec. Like I feel like the point was like to show that he's untrustworthy, but like I just kind of felt bad. Everyone was kind of shitting on him. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that.
I
Um,
don't like that. It just felt like no time had passed between. And I guess granted, like you're allowed to still be salty about like the DC4 people not liking him makes sense, I guess, because they don't actually know him. The other people here, I don't know. I don't feel like y'all should have as big of a vendetta against Alec as y'all should have.
yeah.
I hope they don't continue that with like the further episodes where it's just kind of like, look how terrible and miserable Alec is. Please laugh.
Wait, what do you mean you heard that they don't do that?
No, like I wish they don't do
Oh,
that in like the further episodes where it's like, just please laugh at Alec,
I
please.
thought you said you heard. I was like, what spoilers do you know?
No,
I
no.
was like, what the heck?
Spill your tea.
To go back a bit, I'm looking at All Stars, and I'm looking at how it was so cool and novel that all the DC1 characters got to interact with the DC2 characters. This is the first time DC4 gets to interact with the DC1 and 2 casts, and like I just felt nothing, you know? It felt hollow, to quote Don.
Yeah,
It felt very
there
hollow.
was because all their discussion was I don't know, all their discussion was about either we didn't really get much or it was I know you from your season. Like the best relationship I guess we got was we had what was it? We had Anastasia yell at Alec. We had Anastasia befriend Rosa, some kind of, and then we had Benji interact with Allie, and none of them I really felt like were going to be lasting things.
Yeah. Gosh.
It's a bit of a surprise that Benji kind of like knew Ali and has like subscribed to his Twitch channel.
That was cute. I think that was cute,
I
but
think that's nice.
I don't know. I just don't. I also don't think Ali or Benji are long for the world. And
Yeah.
so I am like, oh, this is a cute 3-episode relationship that we're gonna have. Like
Yeah,
I
no.
don't feel much like it doesn't feel like this is gonna amount to anything outside of uh Ali and Benji having like some kind of ally to talk to when the vote gets flipped onto them, so the vote isn't a unanimous vote.
You know, they already have like Tringy, so like I don't it'll go any further than that.
Yeah, like gosh, Allie's such an early boot coded character, and I don't mind it, but at the same time I'm like, ugh. You know? Like I don't know. I'd rather you bring
Yeah.
back someone other than Allie.
I mean,
What
it's
was the
clear because like
other?
they just don't have any strategy. They're
Yeah,
just kind of like
What was
every character's kind of like, I'm here to win. It's like how?
gosh. Um,
the other thing they borrowed from Survivor, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but they keep showing the animal drawings around the island. Like there was a dinosaur on a tree, and then there was a bat in the cave. Uh I can't remember. That is from Survivor. I remember that specific. I remember something like that specifically from Survivor, and if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that that was a part of an advantage that they like someone had to get, and then it was decoding something with like the first letter from each animal.
yeah.
I are they going to just take that? I kind of wish that it wasn't as take inspiration from reality TV. As someone who's writing for a fan show, you know, taking inspiration from reality TV, I love doing, but don't take it all from Survivor, I feel. Especially new era Survivor.
Yeah,
This is a
no,
lot
like
of new era Survivor.
yeah, it's a
If it's
lot.
gonna be like, oh, I just have to like decode the first letter of each animal, then again, one of them is like in the fans' cave, which I feel is kind of unfair. Because like, how's the favorite going to know that one pterodactyl?
Maybe that's their maybe they both have maybe that's like to get immunity. Because for it is an immunity in actual Survivor. It was a challenge to get the immunity stuff. Uh Which I wonder if they're going, because current Survivor now does a thing where it's whenever they have a chance to win immunity, they get their vote taken away until they can, like, they have to accept the immunity challenge. And then when they accept it, they don't have a vote anymore. And then they only get their vote back if they are able to get the idol. And then if they don't, then they don't have votes whenever they go to tribal. And so I wonder if they're gonna take that. I fully could see them doing that. I genuinely can see them uh adding that kind. I could fully see Sam getting an immunity challenge and being like, "This is a risk. Risks are something I always take." And then him doing this fucking risky like immunity challenge stuff. I could fully see that. I just kind of whenever there's a reference from Survivor that they do, I I'm kind of always like, I wish you took inspiration from literally anything else.
Yeah, no,
I don't like they're gonna like make Sam take every single risk because it's a risk analysis. Why? I wish there'd be like a scene where he's like, this seems risky. I'm not gonna do it. It's too much of a risk.
that's his whole
That like
archetype.
that shows into more intelligence than be like, I'm smart. This is a risk. Yes, I'm smart. We'll do this.
Gosh.
Outside of Sam, do you guys think that any other fan character specifically has a chance of being an actual long-term antagonistic force?
Maybe Ara? Is that how you pronounce her name? I have no idea.
Alright, yeah. I was leaning. I don't know. I can't see either one of Finn or Ara, but even in this episode, I felt like Finn was overshadowing Ara a lot, in terms of like presence, which I don't know if that's going to like be just like since giving him more content because he's gonna get booted off for being a bully, or if that's like because Ara is like his kind of lackey in terms of their dynamic.
Yeah.
What should be Finn? Not Finn. When
Ren, I can also fully see Ren being mischievous. Ren is a very I hate it. Is very Kokichi type.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The
He's a
tree
very
scene where he's like
Kokichi
hanging
type.
off the tree. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those types of characters. I will say this episode, I think he showed genuine moments, like the moment when he was with Dunya. I did like that moment. I also did like that they showed his eyes. I really enjoyed. I that caught me off guard. I did not expect to see Ren's eyes when he was hanging upside down. I was fully expecting him to just be an eyeless character the entire time.
Because the hair covers it.
So I like that they showed his eyes. I liked that he felt genuine at some scenes, but I could fully see them dipping him back down into what he was in his intro, where he did that corny ass circus music, and they fucking were just Kokichi oming the entire fucking intro. I did not like Ren from his intro, so I could see Ren being an antagonistic force down the line.
more like it's like in the unexpected kind of thing. I can also for some reason see Ren like pairing up with like Bruno as like a partners in crime kind of thing, or like
As a ship?
as a, like ally, not as a ship. I mean, if you want to do that, you could do that, but like I mean, like as a alliance. That's the word.
Well, it seems like
I
they're
don't know.
pushing
I don't
Bruno
know
and
what.
Manu right now.
I don't know what you can like do with shipping, honestly.
Well, I could see them, I guess, doing for the fans. If we're doing like fan x fan, I could see Dunya and Nura, I guess, if they want to go that way. I personally don't. Let me actually correct myself. I could see the DC writers deciding, hey, opposites attract. Dunya and Nura don't like each other at the beginning, and then they grow to like each other down the line, and it becomes a relationship. I could see that fully being a path that is taken. I don't think I'd like that path, just because I don't like Nura and I like Dunya, and I don't see me liking Nura down the line, honestly. So, but I could see that being like the Yuri, the sapphic relationship.
I
It
guess.
would
As
be
for-
fun
I
as the only,
guess-
as one of the only person of color relationships, right? That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that. I mean, I guess
Um,
we're gonna have to like wait until like June until they do like a Pride poster, and we'll figure out who's who.
yeah. Gosh, this is gonna be a long season. We're gonna be here. The finale is gonna be like a year from now, January 2027, which is crazy.
Oh, it's gonna be in 2027. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26
it
episodes,
is gonna
52
be-
weeks. It's a whole year.
Damn, that's going to be insane.
Gosh. So MVP, LVP, you guys want to do that for this episode?
Yeah. Oh, do we want to do it for both fans and favorites, or do we want to do it just overall in the episode?
Let's do overall. Yeah, let's just do overall, I guess.
All right.
Oh man, this cast is so big. Okay, I'm gonna
Can we
give my
start, like,
LVP. Like, I didn't really like hate. Like everyone just felt kind of meh to me. But I will give LVP to Emily for her horrible read because she like made fun of Benji, and I was like, what the heck? That's probably the one character that like most of the real life audience actually
Makes
wanted.
sense to being a fan.
Right? Like that's the one that actually makes sense. Like what?
Er,
Bad read, Emily. Bad read. What about y'all?
LVP probably for me would probably either be like Olive. I forgot how do you pronounce
Oliver is not on the season.
Oliver.
Olivia. Olivia?
Olivia.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like spelt with like a W or something.
That's why she gets your LVP. Her name is spelled weird. I don't like her.
Yeah, it's like Olivia. It's just like she just kind of like made a friend and then you paired and then her friend got like eliminated and didn't really do much. Everyone else kind of just like did things. She didn't really. I don't know.
I'm gonna give my LVP. I'm going to give it to Aiden. I'll give it to Aiden. Same new Aiden, same bad gameplay. What can I say? New Aiden, same outing an alliance openly.
Yeah.
Not following his instinct and hey, Alec has something and is lying to us. Aiden was kind of just there for me. Granted, low-key LVP, all the favorites fell probably like around the same tier for me, in terms of like how much I actually cared about them. So they all are honestly contenders for LVP. Maybe minus Rosa, Lake, Ali, Benji. But other than that, I'll just stick with Aiden. How about
It kind of
MVP?
feels like Bruno is what Aiden's supposed to be if Aiden actually locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MVP's hard because I genuinely didn't think any character like stood out as pretty good. Like everyone was just kind of fine. MVP, gosh, I don't know. Fucking, I have no idea.
I don't know.
Alec,
Maybe I
because he
give it to,
did stuff, I guess.
Maybe
Yeah, I'll give it to Alec because he did
Bruno,
stuff.
I guess. I don't know.
He got an advantage.
He has like the potential to. He has the potential to be quite maybe to be annoying in the future.
Yeah.
But I hope not because he's kind of a bit endearing. So I can't hate
Who,
him.
Bruno?
Yeah.
I think my MVP, I'll give it to. It's between Finn or Dunya. I liked them the most out of the fans. Dunya especially. I think her VA Star does an amazing job with her performance. She was my favorite vocal performance out of all the fans for sure. Out of probably actually of the whole cast. I think she plays what Dunya is supposed to be, which is, albeit while she's a witch, her main power and appeal seems to be that she's just very charismatic, and people seem to I could see people easily trusting her. I think that Star's voice direction for Dunya works very well for that. So I'll give Dunya my MVP award.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Junior.
You did it.
You deserved
You
it.
did it. You did it, Dunya. You're
Let's
MVP.
even keep the streak going for episode 2.
I hope I could see it. Now, It's early, and I'm gonna ask it every episode, and it could change every episode. Who knows? Who is winning Disventure Camp 5? Fans versus favorites.
So this is a very big spoiler that I'm going to say, but in every fans versus favorite season in Survivor, a favorite always wins, right? Because they know so much more. So I think it's going to be a favorite. I don't know who. If they can give,
It might.
I don't know.
If you had to say a name,
Rosa. We'll give to Rosa. Why not?
what else?
That's her
I can see- I
reward
can
for
see
not
that.
being an All Stars. They're like, okay, you know what? Let's give you a win.
Mm.
I'm just
How
kind of
about you,
for
Jet?
me, it's honest because like speaking of like Jake and Logan, it's like kind of like okay, let's just figure out who Jared's favorite is, but I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna go in the order of like who's not going to win. Like even it's like okay, Tom's not gonna win, Aina's not gonna win, Gabby's probably not gonna win, Spencer's probably not going to win, Anastasia's probably not gonna win, Ali's not gonna win. So it's between Rosa Maria, Lake, Benji, and maybe Alec. Oh yeah, and if you guys are not gonna win.
Mm. If you had to pick.
I'm gonna be like the wild card. I'm gonna pick Benji.
Ooh,
Ooh.
It
maybe.
could be a Benji season.
That could be fun.
I could see it. My my winner pick. I hate that a favorite is probably going to win because I really wish that I like the fans a lot more, and so I want them to come out with a dub. But right now, I am going to say that we are going to leave the season with a Lake win.
Ooh, maybe. I know Lake
That's
is one of
what.
Jared's favorites, so as well, so that could be good.
Yeah. I think that we're gonna leave the season with a Lake win. I think that she's gonna have they're clearly building something up with her and Rosa for down the line. Because Rosa's like keeping something for some reason. I guess she like feels like she needs to prove herself or whatever. But I think that Lake between the two of them is going to last far. So for episode 1, Lake is my winner prediction.
I think Rosa was like not wanting to get helped by Anastasia because I think Rosa thought by doing so Anastasia might ask for a favor in the future.
Yeah, but also when Lake was being like, "Hey, Rosa, are you okay?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." When she very clearly is not, I guess. So,
Gosh.
but that was episode 1 of Disventure Camp 5 fans versus favorites, y'all. We
Yeah.
did it.
Thanks for watching the
We did
Dispatch.
it.
We're back. Hopefully we
Y'all.
won't give up after a few episodes because that's what I've been doing for the last few seasons.
We are not. I'll say right here. This is my promise, and if it's broken, don't blame me.
Yeah.
I am here till the end. I'm here for every other week, year long. Even if the season starts to burn to the fucking ground, I'll be here to talk about, hey y'all, the season's burning down, y'all. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll be there. I
I'm not.
promise.
I'm just a guess. Although
Jet
before we go,
will
I have one more thing to
maybe here.
say. I just need to mention this right now.
Okay,
No,
sorry, Jet,
I
continue
need
your
to get the message
thought.
out that one of the scenes, the moon had stars in it, and it was like covered in it. And I need ONC to know that the moon should not have stars inside when it's a crescent moon. I need him to stop doing that, please.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hold on, I can show you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming over into the dispatch. We hope you enjoy. Jet, thank you for being our guest. Where could people find you? Do you have anything you want to plug? Your socials, your whatever, feel free.
It's just Jettiz, Jettiz on like Twitter or Blue Sky or like
That's it.
Instagram. If you do Instagram, it's like 1T, but I just can't. I'm more like a bit like a hermit. I kind of like don't live in the spotlight. That's the lesson I learned from this community. I'll be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. No, believe me, as someone who was in the spotlight for a few years, I don't like it. I want to be back. I want to be a private person again.
Well,
I just
you
want to
guys heard
draw.
it here. Well, if you guys are interested in any draws, Jettiz for the Americans out there, Jettiz. Uh, and outside of that, thank you guys for showing up, and we cannot wait to review episode 2 for you guys.
Woo! See you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Woo.
See you in 2 weeks.
Woo!
Cheers.